Jay Bills from Media Spotlight UK, and I'm here with the one and only Jarvis in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I feel great. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited, ready to go.
It's crazy because you said in the presser yesterday that you would want to face Tom Zanetti as like an opponent, and now you pick the ball and
really
it's actually happening.
Yeah.
Obviously you would have seen Tom Zanetti's last fight with Slim.
Yeah.
We know he's got an iron chin.
Exactly.
So for you, obviously he would have been improving on his training since the last fight. It's his first fight. Obviously, the last fight was your first fight as well. So you're kind of equal in terms of the amount of fights. What do you see in terms of potentially anything to exploit in terms of weaknesses? Is there anything that you look at and think I could get that on him?
So he's a wild fighter, and he doesn't really stick to fundamentals. He kind of just goes for it. He's got a dog in him, so he just likes scrapping. Like he said, he just wants to go in there and have a scrap. And I'm ready to do that, but I'm gonna make sure I stick to what I know, my fundamentals, my jab, and I'll still outdog him. So I'm ready for that either way, and just gonna outbox him. That's the plan.
One thing I want to mention is obviously you sparred Nichlmao before his fight with Jay Swingler, and we know how the fight went with him and Jay. Did you expect that what you saw in terms of you sparring with him to be in the result that he proved in the win? Because he became like a fan favorite as the fight went on.
Honestly, I thought Jay was gonna walk through him. He's gonna knock him out. I didn't expect the fight to go that way. I didn't expect it to be that close. So that was really surprising. And Nick's only been training for less than a year, so he's definitely got a good road ahead of him.
And of course, obviously, Jay's saying that they want to have a rematch. So he's honouring that sort of way because he felt like he didn't bring his best performance. How do you see it in that way?
So it's respectable. It's understandable. I thought the fight. Honestly, I thought it was a rematch.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a draw personally, but I think he definitely deserves the rematch. And if Jay's saying he wasn't feeling 100%, I want to see what he is like at 100%.
Yeah. And of course, obviously, a lot of people have been talking about it. You're sparring with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about how did the opportunity come about? Because for a moment with Floyd Mayweather, there must have been a lot of gems that you've taken away. So how did that even come about? Was this his team that got reached to you? How did it all come?
So I train at the Mayweather gym. Yeah. That's actually where I'm training at. And my coach, Otis Pimpleton, he's really close with Mayweather.
Very good coach.
Trains him. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
And, he just told me, Floyd's going to be at the gym, get here right now. So I was like, all right, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Got there. He still didn't tell me what was going on.
Right.
And Floyd's getting his gloves on, he's getting wrapped up. And my coach was like, you want to spar him? I was like, it's Floyd Mayweather. I can't. Never turn it down.
You can't turn that down, can you?
Yeah, nah. So I got my gloves on, got ready, got in the ring. And mate, it's a crazy experience, seeing the levels to boxing and how, far apart in skill is actually crazy. And it's, it's a humbling experience, and I took away a lot from it.
And obviously being around the whole Mayweather team, there must have been a lot of gems. Is there one gem that you can tell me that, you take forward, not just in the boxing ring, but in life in general? Because, obviously the team always goes through life, in not just life, but also boxing. Is there any sort of gems that you could tell me about life or boxing from them?
Just, how dedicated they all are to their craft, and, how much they love it and respect boxing and respect each other. My coach has been doing it for 40 years. I see him. He's in the gym from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, and he's been doing that for the last 40 years. So it's I look up to him a lot, and I hope, I have that kind of hard work driven energy as well.
And of course, obviously obviously Deji's had his opportunity with Mayweather. You've had a chance to be with Mayweather. So you must feel that you have the upper hand in terms of all the knowledge that you've gained from that spar. Does that give you an advantage in terms of when you face Tom Zanetti in your first fight and all the fights going forward in this tournament?
Yeah, I would say it definitely helps. I've sparred the best and seen their speed and reflexes, so it helps me in that perspective. But, I don't want to underestimate anyone. I want to be ready for anything. So, yeah.
And of course, not overlooking Tom, but who would you be most looking forward to during the tournament as you progress through? Is there someone in mind that you would want to face in terms of going forward? Because obviously, there's a lot of good guys out there.
Yeah. I mean, I said it before, like, I don't really, there's no one on the tournament that I dislike, except from, Austin McBroom. We had some shit that's happened over the last couple of years, so I would love to fight him and get in the ring with him.
Well, of course, obviously he's got to go through Gibb first because
that's
it's been
the problem.
announced the rematch. So obviously, if it's a case that you face Gibb or you face McBroom, would it matter who in this case? Are you confident enough that you're going to go through both of them regardless?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. I'm making sure I'm prepared for everyone. That's what this is all about.
Yeah. And finally, obviously, Slim had said in the tweet earlier that he's ready to smoke everyone.
I know, yeah.
Now, what do you make of that? If he's like the mystery opponent that comes in, I mean, are you ready? Are you ready for him? What do you want?
He's saying that he can smoke everyone, but he's not signing the contract, so it's a bit hypocritical. So, I mean, if he signs the contract and joins the tournament, then yeah, let's get it.
And last words for Tom Zanetti, like he's right there. What do you want to say to him?
I mean, I'm ready to have a scrap. I know you're ready, so let's put on a great fight. Let's put on a great fight for the fans, and I'm ready to go.
Well, Jarvis, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck in the tournament, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.